I still have no idea what kind of intro I want to put for the Malaka. Do I say it's Malaka time, motherfuckers? Bringing you guys another couple of viewers to cast? I have no fucking idea. But I would like to say that this is my first replay I'm reviewing in the past 3+ months. So I am not keen on any kind of meta or changes. Yes, I could look up changes, but I hate how they display the changes on a couple of viewers too, just because I think it's quite lame. Now I'm doing a 3v3 on Resiv. It's from Company Heroes .org, companyheroes2.org, and it's a because all the other replays were null and void. Just because again I was away for so long. So this is gonna be my first replay back. We got 3 Vamocked over here. We have Gay Faggot number 1, Anthony Gay Faggot number 2, and Nemo. I hate that stupid fucking movie with the stupid fish. Anyways, over here we have an Americunt. We have some gay name. He went this shitty doctrine with M10s. Not sure how M10s feel nowadays or the Sherman Bulldozer, but we'll see. Over here we do have a Russian, Nagato. And also we have Gold Husky. Thank you for having a simple name because I cannot pronounce any other name except very simple ones because I'm a retard. And I hate fucking Res of Winter. We already see a mortar coming out pretty early on. MG mortar, I don't know. Again, I don't know how far this meta goes that much just because, especially if you're rushing here, an MG can be good, but a Grenadier could be better. I put that in question because he did have to build the building to get it, but I don't know. He did rush for that, so it's whatever. The mortar, though, I feel is kind of a misplacement. The only reason I say get Grenadiers is, again, to cover your mortar and MGs and all of that, and I know I'm ignoring some combat here. Of course, the turquoise guy tried to rush down here and take it. He did have an MG up in here, taking heavy cover, going to suppress those riflemen. Riflemen trying to cut across the field. Nice micro to turn and suppress both of them. He should turn over here to resuppress them. Though he is bringing around his grenadiers will get eaten up by the riflemen. Woof. Yeah, see, this is the problem. There's one thing you have to do, and I tried to do it when I did it by myself, is when you have an MG like this and you're trying to suppress 2 squads, you have to switch between each squad to continue the suppression, and you could have something like this happen. Now luckily he did turn around and suppress them, and so a little bit closer hopefully, and the grenadiers, but he suffered some unnecessary casualties, and actually this could lose a rifleman here. Too bad grenadiers suck big dick sometimes. There you go. There you go. So we do have some assault engineers. I'm going to say it, it's a poor map for assault engineers. Why? Because they have some machine guns, and especially if you're fighting in this sector, you want riflemen because of long-range engagements, and also the fact that if an MG like this is like this and you got snow, you ain't going to do shit, nigga. You ain't going to be killing anything from this distance. Like, let's say if the assault engineers were over here, ain't going to kill shit. Ain't going to kill fucking shit. So riflemen and rear echelon are moving up the mortar now, pounding away. This is good, at least for now, for the mortar, since the mortar is protected by the MG. But this guy just took way too long. Just way too long to attempt to rush for this fuel. He didn't even rush it, I'd take that back. But he failed completely. And in this instance, the only thing you can do is defend this point. Put something in here, maybe some mines or something. Something very quick, and then help your ally into the middle of the map. Because this is going to be the shit show fest all the way in the middle. And of course, as I'm trying to record, people are going to make noise as I fucking do this, which it just fucking figures, right? It just fucking, nothing changes. Even after 3 months, nothing fucking changes. So Golden Husky getting out a mortar. He has still the double rifleman, but he did lose that other rifleman from before. His mortar was a pretty ballsy move, but it's okay though. No rifle grenade out or anything, so it's pretty early. Of course, double rifleman going to get in here. Oh, if only that was a good rifle. Man, that would be such a good rifle grenade. So again, he's capping up the fuel finally. He's got this all locked down. It looks like some mines or barbed wire. Mines. Nice mine placement, I would hope. Oh, anti-infantry minefield. Was it worth it? I guess it's okay because it's a flank and they're going to be going in between. And since you do have a Russian and an American, well, 2 Americans, but just close by over here, they're going to definitely going to take some heavy casualties since they rely on infantry. A lot of infantry. And so forth. So what do we got here? So this guy's building some more grenadiers. This guy, he's got 2 grenadiers. He's got the standard opener in the middle. He's taking a little bit too long to move up, but I think he was waiting for his double grenadiers, which is fine. Nice mine placement, just in case anyone wants to pursue. So now the orange guy, of course, failing to take the right, and he didn't even bother defending the right. He's just going to leave that wide open. This guy, again, he really needs to move in and put pressure on that flank for this yellow guy to be able to push in. So we do have a maximum coming up. Well, it is up, like my dick. Though it's just going to be out of range a little bit. But I would probably move him over here more, but there is a mortar. So yeah, just as I said that. He got mortared and suffered 2 casualties. Let's see, now he's got 2 grenadiers up in here. 3 grenadiers. Where's his third? 1, 2... Oh, the second one's over there. Okay, oh, okay, that one's the captain. Very nice flank over here by the Russian. Ooh, a nice MG42. Now, he did suffer... I don't know where did he go? Did he come from here? I don't know. I don't see anything blown up here except the engineers, which is unfortunate because I think he's going to lose it. Yeah. That sucks. But he did get an MG out of it, which I do think it's quite worth it. Especially in this scenario where he just flanked the entire left and he's just going to set up defensive positions. And he could easily flank this. He doesn't have Molotovs, unfortunately. But he should be able to deal with it. It only has 2 guys in it and all of that. I would put the... Ooh. Hurrah? Hurrah, nigga? Dude. Why don't you... I don't know. I would have at least hurrahed 1 scrod to get in there. And then, yeah, that was a little bit of a fail. We do have an American mortar here dealing with the rest of that. In the middle over here, we do have the MG42 pushed up on the island. And we do have a mortar pounding away from the back line. Some riflemen just trying to pop up at these grenadiers, but they're not going to be able to do anything. We do have an MG suppressing the rifle. I think I just mentioned that. Wow. Oh, God, I'm getting old. So what's happening over here on the right? So the base, what I call the orange guy, looks like he pushed back a little bit. MG and mortar together is not a good idea. What he could do, I mean, he's going to probably build a reinforcement bunker. Yeah, reinforcement bunker that shit. Yeah, it's way better than going back and... Yeah, I would put the MG right here and then the mortar... And I would come through this way. Maybe in an MG this way and then cap it and then come through this way. Because right now he needs to put some pressure on that flank. But at least they do have the top right fuel and the bottom left the American with the help of that Russian flank did the trick. And why is this half truck out in the middle of the open? I have no fucking idea. Oh God, why? Why? So I will note, though, that this is a Company Fears 2 replay that I just randomly took that looked at least halfway decent. So I'm not sure if it's going to be adequate or not. I don't know. My dick is adequate, though. I will say this. Very much so. Grenadiers just kind of poking away. A very stupid... He could be baiting. I don't know. I think he does want to bait. If so, it's going to be great because there are some mines right there. But overall, I don't know how worth it was that. It does have the half track, though, so it's okay. So he did get some Panzer Grenadiers. So right now, what time are we at? We're at 7 minutes here. And we got only escalation phase 1 on this dick bag. This guy went for the Leashed Mechanized Company, and this guy didn't go for Leashed Mechanized Company. This guy has quite a bit of manpower. What would I spend if I was him? Well, he has quite a big force. What I would do is start OPing stuff. I would OP this for munitions. I would OP this for munitions. I'd get 1 more extra grenadier if I could. Don't know about what kind of manpower. And then try to upgrade all of them with some LMGs to increase their fighting capabilities against, bullshit gay crap. That's probably what I would do for him. For fuel-wise, I would try to escalate as fast as possible. I mean, since we have 2 Americans and 2 Americans and 1 Russian, I may go for a Panzerwaffe or something of the sort like this, but a Panther will be just as good, just because American armor sucks dick. So does the Russian. Did the Russian guy pick an actual doctrine? Yeah, he did. He went for the 152. So anything that you could, I guess maybe a spam of Panzer IVs would actually be adequate enough. But then, of course, he doesn't know this until he sees the 152, but, But yeah, getting some stuff for his Grenadiers would be good. And even G43s would be really good on this map. G43s would be fantastic if he could get that. He hasn't chosen a doctrine yet. But yeah, I would probably, if I was him, I would try to go for a Panzer IV or a Panther just outright, and then think about slowly getting a Panzerwaffe, just because this guy, it's just, just these three factions alone have just blob infantry very well, if they still do. So yeah. So yeah. That MG got destroyed, and it was Vet 2, which makes me sad. Though we do have some guards going to push away the half-track. Going to try and pick up that MG. Hopefully his engineers have enough health to run away from the 3 infantry squads. GG. GG. So over here in the south, we do have an ambulance. Up over in this bitch, we do have that mortar. Praise the American mortar. The one replay I saw with Woodstock, he claimed, Deposer's like, oh my god, they heard my prayers, because, he claimed that he wanted the Americans to have an actual mortar, like an actual mortar team, not the mortar half-track, and all of that. So let's take a look at some of these other guys here. Again, I'm not quite sure on the meta or what people like to do now. I'm applying that some things still say the same. I think both these upgrades are stupid. He only has 1 rifleman, so there's absolutely no point in getting them. The grenade could be useful, but other than that, this was a waste. I think both were a waste, but yeah. Because he's not using a lot of riflemen. Unless he's equipped these guys with some automatics, but I don't see any as they're holding them, so I don't know. But for this guy, I mean, what would you go on this map? Well, he completely failed with this. A scout car would be pretty good for poking. A quad would be pretty good too, just because, yeah, if you microed it very well with some riflemen. So switch out the flame engineers for just some riflemen. Just basic shit. Utility car or a quad, you'd be doing pretty good against this guy, but then again, you will have to micro the quad to stay away from the Panzerfaust. Again, while he's chasing, trying to Panzerfaust, you beat the Grenadiers with your riflemen, you GG this shit, and then you jerk off in the corner. It's just very simple. It's very simple. For this Russian guy, he's kind of playing monkey in the middle. If I was him, I would have gone full support, because he's going to be trying to take this place, and he's going to need he should have gone the great big bullshit mortar of doom. Praise the big bullshit mortar of doom. That fucking piece of shit mortar. It's good, and he needed it, because in the middle it's just basically a projectile war. How far can you shoot your load? That's basically the whole gist of it. So, yeah, you need to shoot your load farther than the other guy. It's not gay, but, well, a little bit. But that's what you need. So, a couple conscripts are fine. The MG's fine. I would have gone the big bullshit. Would have gone that, definitely. Especially to root out the MGs and other stuff like that. That was a very failed grenade. What is his guards doing here? I have no idea. No fucking idea. But yeah, also on this map, if you've ever played this map, and enjoy my pausing, motherfuckers. I've paused more times in this game than any other game ever. That you would definitely need to get a Katusha for this map. Katushas and Panzerwerfers are kind of the thing on this map. Though I told this guy to go Panzerwerfers. But for this guy, especially since the enemy looks like he's hoarding in this area, constant barraging would be very good. And also as ooh, that lieutenant. That poor lieutenant, rip. What I was going to say is that smoke from mortars is really good to cap this, to line of sight the MGs and all that other stuff too. I learned that the hard way. So armored car and flamethrower coming in now. And that was this a mortar shot or a or what? What the fuck killed this? It just died instantly, this mortar? I would like to know. Could be this dude. I'm not sure. I think maybe barraging over here. Yeah, this mortar, how do you not see this? Your mortar's dying with very low health. You're not microing much except your 76, which is going to easily deal with that armored car, and you just lose that mortar completely, which is a complete failure. But he did get the 76, which is good. He was able to counter the armored car and destroy the half track, but it's of little excuse because this guy couldn't hold the right flank, and that's why I say when you lose the right, you should form some kind of defensive or something and then help the guy in the middle, because you're going to have this guy come through the right and like fuck you in the ass without a condom or anything like that, and you don't want any of that bullshit. So it's an extreme pain. So this orange guy is gathering up his forces again. 2 grenadiers, 1 panzer grenadier, MG pack, and a half track. He could easily take this. There's really nothing here. The red guy, what is this red guy doing? He's building another rifleman. He's lost another, oh no, his rifleman's over here. He did go priests. This is the Great T. Pulsar's doctrine. He likes the mortar half track. The priests are okay. There's no OKW, so I don't feel there's a point to the priest. As long as the Russian guy gets Katyushas, it should be fine. But then again, I'm guessing these guys are randoms. I'm not sure what is the deal with it, but I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so. Yeah, the priests weren't needed. What could he use? A Pershing, Ranger, something like this would be good. Also, they should be thinking, oh, that's a really good rifle grenade. Oh, that was such a good rifle grenade. Pack howitzers would be very good right now. I remember reading somewhere that someone said that all allies have to do now, I guess, I don't know if there's been a patch, but just projectile things in GG, kind of. And I don't know how true this is because I haven't been keeping up because I've been gone for 3 months, but some pack howitzers would be very good in this scenario. Very, very good. Especially just on this map in general. Anything with, again, you want to shoot your load as far away to the enemy as possible. As far into the enemy as possible. So MG going to be taking cover over here. I'm going to suppress the guard. I was about to say guard spam, even though it was only 2. Yeah, MG is going to be staying in this building. It's going to be pretty hard to destroy this building. What is everyone doing here? It's just some MG stuff, and this Ranza Panzer Grenadier, I don't know what he's doing. It's kind of in no man's land a little bit. I know he's okay now. I feel like there's an MG shooting at him, but it's just this guy shooting at these Grenadiers, which is really nothing. Yeah, these Panzer Grenadiers really need to rush up, but they don't have a bundle grenade, unfortunately. They could wipe out the entire squad, because this guy... You need to get closer, bro. Just need to get closer. But, whatever. Right now, I do believe someone does need to... This is a stupid fucking bunker. This is a panic bunker, mind you. Very much panic. Finally, we see a armor core. Support armor core. Panzer IV is okay. I think I would have gone... At this moment in time, I would have probably gone for a Panzerwerfer if I would have seen it. I would have invested in packs and more infantry. Yeah, that's what I would do. It would just be so good. The Panzerwerfer, just because of all the infantry and the blobbing that I've been seeing, I would have gone for Panzerwerfer. Though I did say the guy did go 152 and Panzer IVs would be good, but at that point, I mean, once you're gonna manpower bleed so many of these forces when they try to attack you that I don't think he'll be able to buy the 152. And even if he does, you know what you got to do anyways is just get a couple Panzer IVs, deal with the fucking gay crap, use mortars for smoke cover, and then once you build up your Panzer IVs, try to control a flank, and then go for the flank and kill the 152. Just combined arms. Combined arms. So pack MG and half track just waiting around. The rifle, this American guy over here, the yellow, just doing whatever. Some nice bazookas on these rear echelon. What's up with this guy? What's up with this guy? So this guy's fielding a whole bunch of manpower. I believe, yeah, this guy is the retarded guy. The very mucho El Retardo guy. A lot of manpower. What could he be buying? More riflemen, riflemen. Pack howitzers, a light Stewart, the mortar carriage Stewart thing. He hasn't even bought a major yet. So it's quite shameful to say. I bet you once he unlocks the Wolverine, he'll be unlocking the Wolverine. Also, like a 2-pack howitzers along with a blob of riflemen and a lieutenant. It'd be really good to have a couple pack howitzers to get you your commander points down. It'd be really good. So we do have 2 of the SUs over here. SU-76s. Right now someone should be thinking about some kind of other heavy tanks. We do see the Panzer IV out on the field right now. So this guy did go Luftwaffe supply. Since they do have the munitions in their grasp, and they do have a fuel point that the enemy hasn't touched, they could definitely abuse this doctrine with a nice... Yeah, they could definitely abuse it. And he could pretty much fuel to a point any kind of heavy tanks that they need. So the Panzer IV Rush, unless he's playing with butt buddies, he could definitely be getting it right now. Yeah, armored car re-coming in did kill that armored, the flak half track, or what is it called? I forgot. I forgot, Billy. What the fuck is it? Oh, I even forgot what building. Oh, it's the AA half track. Duh. But flak was the first thing that came to mind. But yeah, he's holding his nice little bridgehead here. It's so easy to defeat. He keeps going for a frontal assault, and it's like a really big facepalm. And he's just buying another one, which is incredibly stupid. I feel sorry for this team all that much. Got some riflemen trying to push up. Grenadiers could be biting the dust. No, they do not. They have enough health to deal with it. MG's a little bit too far back in my opinion, but there's really... Oh, there's cover right here. Oh, yeah, they have a mortar. I forgot, so that's going to be a problem. Yeah, this guy's pretty much has a good roster. I mean, this is kind of what you want as an American, a lieutenant or captain. Some riflemen with bars. Whatever rear echelon you do have with some kind of bazookas. I mean, right now he just needs to get up his tanks. He already has a major. If I was him, I don't know. I don't know what I would go. Maybe a Jackson. Because he has the extra bazookas for it. And the infantry to do... Yeah, I would say a Jackson. I could be... He's probably waiting for a priest. Which is going to make me facepalm. The only reason the great Pulsar goes distractions for basic defenses. The mortar with the white phosphorus is really good. The light machine gun's mad. The time on target's pretty decent, and that just like fucked up all of his rear echelon. The priests are only good against OKW because you could just constantly barrage their medical and mech HQs, etc. And it's just really good. Really, really good. So here we do have 76ers rolling back in, some guards. This Russian guy is shifting all the way over to the left. I think it's a premature shift to the left. This is just kind of really retarded now. Because as we could see on the map, that you basically have like this guy controlling this area, and then whenever something happens, the yellow guy's going to kind of stay in this region. And now this guy's moving over here. This turquoise guy obviously cannot be trusted because now he's going towards the middle, and then you got this fucking red guy just literally sitting there with all of his strength on this flank. And it's a very peculiar situation in that maneuvering is key. And taking this guy out is very key, too, to control this area. Because once you defeat him, you can take the right, and then they have no fuel. But this pink guy now finally putting up some... Well, actually, it's not this guy. I claimed that this guy should have, because I think... Yeah! I'm having a heart attack. Oh, my God. Oh, the retardation. Well, he's sitting there, so he's holding the flank. But with this much, why... Oh, is it just the time to heavy tanks? You need to build a heavy panzer corps, man. You should have done it way sooner. Way sooner. Why don't you have a doctrine now? I don't know. What is this? What is this? Very nice suppression there with that blob. Very nice. See, I kind of question that a little bit. It makes me rage. I'm really glad that fucking glad that, you know, I got a break from this shit, seeing really crap. Ooh. Ooh, that was a nice grenade. That's what... Ugh. Dude, you should have picked up the Panzerschreck. Pick it up with the engineers. Oh, no, you can't because they already have the thing. That fail. Dude, any of these guys could have walked up and taken it. Just take it. Just do it. Wow. 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 A free anti-tank weapon right there. Right there, and not one of these fuckboys want to fucking take it. And stupidity knows no bounds. Stupidity knows no bounds. So let's comment on some other things too while we're at. I'm actually gonna let this play out because I've been pausing way too much. This guy is so far he's been okay, but right now I'm considering him to be a little bit of a failure. He has all these forces. He could easily be taking this, and he could easily be putting pressure on this. He could cut across right here and literally, like, yeah, he could be pushing up. Even just scouting like he could be doing it, but he's deciding to hunker down and just stay here, and that's the main problem. He's probably waiting for his Panther, but overall I think he'll be able to do it, even with just his infantry. But yeah, mainly because this guy in the middle here is taking a little bit too much damage and is having a hard time holding this as well, when a lot of his stuff is trying to repair some stuff over here as well. His Grenadiers are actually all coming back now. The two of them were back at base. So now these guys are finally coming in over here. This is kind of a lame engagement. I think personally he should have brought up an MG to make it so. Rifle grenades were okay, but I feel like he should have came this way, captured the munitions. It would have been way more effective. And this is where getting rid of this, a Panzerwerfer of some kind, or even an anti-tank strafe probably could have... actually, both of them probably could have done something here. Maybe destroyed the building, add extra damage. But yeah, this red guy's holding on. He has a huge ton of riflemen, as we've both seen. He does have a Jackson, which I believed he should have gotten. They really need that anti-tank, because it is 20 minutes in the game now. So we do see the Panther coming off of the field. Hopefully he does something worthwhile. I'm surprised that no one has gotten a Panzerwerfer or a Katyusha. It surprises me, especially on this map, because right now it's so easy to define that the enemy's right here. There's a dude over here who's been camping here. There's a douchebag over here who's been camping. So like WTF, might. I told you he'd be buying M10s. I told you. He's going to buy some more, most likely. Yeah, this guy just... Why are you blobbing them up for? Just one good grenade, rifle grenade, one mortar, and you're just going to die. It's kind of stupid. So this guy's Panther is over here. This is going to be one hell of a stupid thing. Oh my god. Oh, why? Why? Stupidity knows no bounds, as I said. And a nice Panzerwerfer. Thank you, someone, for whoever got the fucking Panzerwerfer. You are a god and a saint, but still a faggot nonetheless. This is why, folks, you don't go on the... You just don't go on the ice at all. Unless you're very desperate. Unless you're very, very desperate to get somewhere really fast. I mean, dude, you just got owned by some shit fucking rifleman with a bazooka, and you lost the Panther. I mean, this douchebag's building another Panther, which it doesn't matter, but he could have had two Panthers, so it's like, fucking really? Like you Nick, you couldn't have done a combined armed defenses right here and have him turn around to deal with you, and then a good Panzerwerfer would have happened? Like, I don't fucking know. Who got the Panzerwerfer? Of course, the guy with the airborne, which is really nice. He does have the Stuka now. He has a shit ton of munitions and needs to be utilizing that as much as possible. He should Stuka the shit out of this. Right here. Was that worth it? No. I believe this was more key to do it in, but I don't know how he didn't hear that and, like, retreated or something. He probably could have made it. But he just buys a bulldozer instead, so I rest my case here. I rest my fucking case. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this left flank... See, this is kind of stupid now. Like, they could have avoided having this stalemate with the left and literally punched through this middle while this guy came through the right, and then it would have been GG, and then you would have Panzerwerfered this guy, and it just would have been a circle jerk fest. Would have been okay. Everything would have worked out fine. Whew. So Grenadiers and Panther coming back. Panzerwerfer, you hit your own guys. Then you retreat. Why did you retreat for? Oh boy. Fail. I hope the Allies win, because this would be funny. This shit would be funny AF. Yeah, see, once this is destroyed, as I've said... Oh, he's actually going to destroy it, I think. Once this is destroyed, he'll be able to adequately move up and be able to take these positions. There you go. Wow. Now you could actually move up with infantry and not have to worry about being suppressed. Depressed. Because you didn't kill the fucking building. Way too long. But this map is actually pretty good for Luftwaffe supply. I'm pretty pleased at that they chose this doctrine and was able to defend this. Unfortunately, though, too bad he didn't utilize any fuel of any kind to bolster his fuel stocks to buy another couple Panzer IVs or another Panzerwaffe or something. There's a little bit at PopCap, but yeah. I don't know. Just utilize that extra fuel while you still had the chance in case something happened, but it was okay. It was the 76s barraging this. I think right here. Lol. What a waste. Oh, what did he kill though? I forget what he killed. Oh, that could have been so good. So here's the thing too, is that why is this Russian guy not even grab... Why? How can you be Russian on this map with this much resources and not even grab a Katusha or two, which is beyond me. The 76s work okay, but there's nothing like the range of the Katusha. I know he's saving up for a 152 right now. He's very, very close to it, which is what he's going to get. Which is really going to hurt the infantry and all of that. But I don't know. 2 Katushas would still be better, I think, in my opinion. And especially if you got the 152, you're going to need to defend it because this dickbag over here has been pushing at the flank for far too long already. Oh, dude. This Panther has to be sunk. Oh, that sucks. I really wanted him, the 76s, to sink that Panther. It'd be so good. So, of course, the 152 calls off. It looks like we see a recon coming out as well. Some basic stuff sitting over here. Not much. He probably could move his major. He could actually move his major over here. Don't know how potent that would be, but at least he'd be a little bit closer. But he's a little bit more vulnerable in that spot, too. But please. Yeah! Fucking retard. Losing. Didn't you learn the first time? Didn't you learn the fucking first time? And now, going on the ice is even more scary because of the 152. Now, the 152 has actually shown itself. So it has got 6 infantry kills. Well, the reason I did say the Katusha was going to be better was because he could have gotten it out faster. He could have had 2 of them, and he could have constantly barraged this area, and so forth. That's unfortunate. Not one did go there, but the Panzer IV got a nice shot on it. 152 now trying to target this bunker over here along with the MG. We do see a Brumbar finally. Yeah, I forgot to go over bulletins. One of these guys did go a Brumbar doctrine, which I thought was quite stupid. This doctrine is obnoxiously stupid, but he did get it. He could have gotten an elephant, which, if I was him, I probably would have gotten the elephant. It would have been a good counter. It would be pretty good on this map. But otherwise, the doctrine's pretty shit. But he didn't bother to get it, so I don't know. Maybe he's just waiting on the manpower. The Brumbar seems like a really waste of time, in my opinion, but... I was about to say, who was getting some fuel over here? I can't think these guys are not butt buddies. Well, yeah, they are butt buddies, because the yellow guy is dropping up some fuel. I didn't see anyone talking in the chat. So... yeah, he's probably like, I need more fuel, man. I need more fuel. Because he's waiting for this shit. Yeah, he's got an elephant now. So, these 2 guys went elephant? Okay. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I like the elephant's good on this map, as I just said. And for what they're doing, it's pretty good. But then again, they don't have much armor and just an equal amount of Panzer IVs. I always like the mass rush tactic, you know, gay crap bullshit. That's why I like Mech Assault, even though it's pretty trash to boot. And just to go elephant, I feel like it just draws out the match even more. It's just like, who could be more gay and all this other shit. Now would have been a time for a Stuka bomb. You guys are too blobbed up. Yeah, that was a really lame. Oh, the Stuka bomb strike. Yeah, he could have Stuka bombed that. Could have bombed it like right here, so when he heard it, he would have retreated into it as well. Yeah, elephant going into the thing. Some grenadiers marching up in here, try to see if they could take this area. They are going to run into some actual Russians. The red guy moved away. Well, these guards are sitting up over here. And I did not see this, but actually the recon, I believe maybe a Stuka strike happened. Did this guy lose all of his riflemen? Did I miss it? I think I missed the great Stuka strike of a lifetime over here. What sadness. At least I believe so. I don't see any more dead guys, but then they just disappear. But he doesn't have much riflemen from before, unless I haven't been paying attention or whatever, or thinking about how big my wiener is. But yeah. Ouch. Ouch. That's why you try to separate your men. This is a bad idea in the making right here. Probably the worst idea ever. Elephant's going to... Yep, there goes the M10. Had double pack 2. Yeah, this orange guy is going to fail repeatedly because he has an obnoxious amount of manpower that is not even going to bother to spend on. I mean, he could have gotten the captain, could have gotten some ATs, pushed back the elephant, could have got a couple pack howitzers. I mean, there's a shit ton of crap this dickbag could have done, but, you know, what you gonna do? What level is he? What level is he? Even at this rank, you kind of know what you're doing by this point. But, alright. Alright, so there goes the Brumbar, which it's going to be destroyed because it's on fire, I believe, sooner or later, or not. Oh, no, it's the engine, okay. Unless it'll explode, I don't know. Yeah, the 152 ain't gonna have shit on the elephant. Yeah, Katusha would be pretty good. You know, this kind of shit at this point. But, you know. All that wonderful shit. And this guy's slowly gonna move up inch by inch. I don't know what's the point of getting the fucking armored car. There's really no fucking point. And I love how his only bazookas actually targeted the armored car instead of maybe the elephant or anything else. That's funny. You have a panther in the background as well. From the guy with the Luftwaffe. And there goes both 76s due to the elephant pack and the Panzerwerfer, most likely. And that's pretty much it. I claim GG on this. So what can we learn here? Well, when you got, like just again, repeating myself, this guy, we all know what he did wrong. Didn't buy enough infantry, didn't buy enough support, didn't contest the right or defend the right. He just let it be. He was retarded, GG. This Russian guy, I believe he should have gotten Katyushas, and big bullshit Mortar of Doom. That's what he should have gotten because it would have been very effective against this blobbing because you already know where they are at points in the map. I think it was right. Oh, it was right here. Yeah, he had a lot of I think the engineers, yeah, trying to repair the guy. But again, Katyushas, because you know the guy was sitting right here, as I've said before. You know the one guy was sitting over here. Katyushas, bombardment mortars would have done all the works. And the American guy was doing pretty good. I really don't know what to say. The other guy, he had a whole bunch of rifleman spam. I think I believed he needed tanks and to maybe separate his riflemen instead of blobbing, and that pretty much would have been okay. Mortars would have helped him too, and more flanking opportunities as well. Maybe some mines too to defend this area. I mean, everyone underestimates a good mine to just stop a tank in an assault all the way. So yeah, this guy's going to be stuck in the base now. Should be taking some cover behind this wall, or at least one guy. course, now the Brumbar and the Elephant going to be moving up. Another Katusha going to wipe out the engineers or whatever the fuck that was because I was dozing off into space. But yeah, this guy and his rifleman again. I did get a priest. There's no point in getting a priest because you ain't got no tanks. The only thing to counter the Elephant is to spam a whole bunch of Shermans or Jacksons and rush it from a flank, bazookas, or ATs combining with infantry. That's about all you can do against elephants. You can't face them head on. Apply directly to the forehead. So yeah, and now they all converge because they know they won because they're too pussies to converge way earlier to end this earlier. But you know, I also had to talk and pause and shit like this, so you know, that's why it took a little bit longer as well. There goes the priest. And just my sanity. My sanity is gone again. I gotta take another 3-month break. Thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, stupidity. Okay, I'll fast forward through this last part. Just so we don't have to watch. He had a whole bunch of bazookas. Yeah. Yep. So overall, okay game. Just the few minor mistakes of this guy over here on the right and the guy in the middle. Just a few, well, for the guy on the right, he was too retarded, but the guy in the middle, the constant Katyushas and stuff would have held definitely manpower bleed and shit like this, but yeah. Is that going to be the end of the game now? I got these guys over here. Killing the rest of it. LOL. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? I think it's the Grenadier may win. The guard fucking won. LOL. Top kick. Top kick. But yeah, now it's just the circle jerk. Random M10, of course, because we can't buy anything else. And that's the game. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And please, resubscribe to the Malaka if you haven't already. Obviously, if you're watching this, you probably have, but, you know, circle jerk around. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.